Hello friends, so we will start with the second unit, respiration. To start with, we will have a look into what is the composition of air. What are the different kinds of gases which are in the air? Air is basically made up of 78% of nitrogen, around 21% of oxygen, and rest remaining 1% is of argon gases, other gases, and carbon dioxide is 0.03%. So we will move into the next heading. Look at this table, friends. This is the amount of gases which are being there in the inhaled and exhaled air. Inhaled air means the air which we breathe in, and exhaled air is the air which we breathe out. So the amount of oxygen in the inhaled air is 20% oxygen, and the amount of oxygen in the exhaled air is around 16%. So the remaining 4% of the oxygen is being used by the body. You can understand here. The carbon dioxide in the inhaled air is very limited in amount, whereas in the exhaled air is 4%. So the inhaled air, which is around 4% of oxygen which is being missing in the exhaled air, is being converted into carbon dioxide. The 4% which should be here is added here because the oxygen turns into carbon dioxide in the process of respiration. So the amount of nitrogen in the inhaled air is 79% and in the exhaled air is 79%. It remains the same because our body doesn't use nitrogen to any extent. Not even 1% will be utilized by the body. And with respect to the water vapor, in terms of inhaled air, it is very small amount, whereas in terms of exhaled air, it is large in quantity. The exhaled air contains water vapor. You can test it by keeping a mirror in front of you and blowing the air on the mirror. There would be small vapor being produced. That is the water being present in our exhaled air. To start with the topic, breathing is the word which is being used in the 14th century. The general meaning of breathing is inhalation and exhalation of air. Hope you remember in the first unit we have studied about the experiment of Lavoisier and Priestley. They have done a series of experiments related to the exchange of gases, that is air and photosynthesis, a mouse, a candle, and a mint leaf kept under a bell jar. Hope you remember that experiment. Lavoisier also done an experiment to show how the charcoal is being turned into carbon dioxide by burning it under a bell jar. He kept a charcoal is a coal, in a small bowl which is kept in a bell jar, and this is a trough or a container which contains water in it. And by doing such thing, he observed that the gas which is being produced is chalky acid. In the previous days, the chalky acid is being known as the carbon dioxide. He observed that the burning of the charcoal produces chalky acid, which is nothing but carbon dioxide. Hello friends, do you know the chemical formula for carbon dioxide? It is CO2. It means that it is made up of one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen combined together, and it is generally a gas in the gas form. So now we will look into the meaning of the word respiration. Hope you remember in the last class we have discussed about nutrition in human beings and how the food is being absorbed by villi in the small intestine. Look into the diagram of villi in the small intestines. These villi will absorb the food into the bloodstream. The food is generally glucose. So villi absorb the glucose from the food and pass it into the bloodstream. So the food that is glucose which is being passed into the bloodstream is now in the blood, and it is passed to the entire body with the help of the heart. That is why heart is known as the circulatory system. I am repeating it once again. The food which is the glucose which is being absorbed by the small intestines by the villi gets into the blood, and the blood is being passed to the entire body of the human being, which is being circulated to the entire body of the human being with the help of the heart. I am giving you this introduction from the first unit because you should understand that the glucose is being there in the bloodstream. Hope you have an idea that the glucose once enters the bloodstream is still in the format of food. So what is the role of respiration in this? This might be your question. So once the oxygen which is being entered into the body will go to the lungs first, and from the lungs the oxygen passes on to the blood. So in one instance you can know that the glucose is in the bloodstream, as well as now the oxygen has entered the bloodstream with the help of the lungs. So the glucose and the oxygen combine together and will help in breaking down the glucose. The oxygen will combine with the glucose and breaks it down and provides you the energy. So the meaning of respiration is combining of the glucose and oxygen in order to break it down and to produce energy. In the process, the byproducts which are being formed are carbon dioxide and water vapor. So we'll help you to understand the respiration with a small example. If you are burning a candle, what does the fire require to burn continuously? It is oxygen. Oxygen is required by the candle in order to burn continuously. So what happens when the fire is being on in the candle? What does the candle provide us? It provides us light and also fire. So fire is a form of heat energy. In short, we can say that the burning of the candle will provide the fire which uses the oxygen, and the heat energy is also produced. In the same way, the glucose which is being present in the bloodstream needs to be broken down. In other sense, it needs to be burned, and energy must be released from the glucose. While burning the candle, it is being observed that when it is being burning, heat energy is being released. In the same way, in the breakdown of the glucose in the bloodstream would happen only in the presence of oxygen. Oxygen helps in the breakdown of the glucose and provide us with the energy. If you burn a candle and the byproducts being the heat energy is being produced, and as well as carbon dioxide will also be produced. In the same way, when we are burning the glucose, it provides the body with the energy, and carbon dioxide is also being released, which is again thrown out of the human body by the process of exhalation.